Hello, how are you today?
I am good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I was just checking out some of your new branding, which looks so great and authentic to you. So I'm excited to hear how you're going to share some of those ideas with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a long time coming, a few, like I believe 2 or 3 months or more in the making. So I was excited to launch it and kind of show the world what's the why behind what I do.
Well, you did a great job of it. So I think everybody wants to express themselves, but in the context of what we're going to talk about today, there is like that sort of anxiety around feeling like putting yourself out on Instagram is pretty vulnerable, and then also just feeling like you're making a connection with people and that it's not just a whole bunch of fluff that you have to kind of generate. So help out with some tips in that area today.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you have specific questions for me, or do you want me to dive right in?
I think I'll just let you dive right in. And if some questions come up or anyone posts in the chat, then I'll kind of pause you and see if you can address those.
Sure, absolutely. So I created a few tips specifically for introverts. I have worked a lot with introverted people. I think most of the people on social media are scared because they are introverts and they don't know how they can show up, and they see people like me. I'm a huge extroverted person, and they start comparing themselves, and then it just creates a whole lot of bad feelings inside of you. So I'll give you like a few permission slips for anyone who's listening. I love giving permission slips out of like what should you do or not do on social media. First things first, make it feel good to you. If it doesn't feel good to you, then don't do it, or find a way around it, right? So for example, if you're not comfortable showing up on lives yet, for example, then maybe start with a story. And you don't have to show your face every day. You do have to show your face throughout the week, but it doesn't have to be every day, right? So like figuring out inside of you, what does that look like for you? What feels comfortable to you? And then go from there. I have had clients who say to me, hey Maria, I know I have to show my face on stories, but I'm not quite comfortable yet talking to the camera. What should I do? And I just say, take a picture of yourself and just add some like notes under it and post that. Then take a boomerang of yourself. So that's a little bit more movement. Go from there. Once you feel more comfortable with that, then maybe try a scripted video of yourself on stories in just like 5-10 seconds. Hi everyone, good morning. Just wanted to show my face. Done. And see how that feels to you. If you can only do that once a week, once every 2 weeks, just kind of like, this is a way that I'm very different in the way that I teach marketing and Instagram, because it's not a one size fits all. All of us are different. So a lot of people also tell me like, oh Maria, you do so well showing up every day. And I say, yeah, but I trained myself to do that. I literally had to do that over and over every day. It was on my calendar to show up on stories every day until it became a habit. So now it's just part of my life. It's just normal. But it does take work, even as an extroverted person. No one can hear my stories if they're next to me. I cannot hear myself from someone else's phone. I can watch my stories back, but I cannot have someone else listen or watch them next to me. So it's still normal to feel that. If you feel some sort of anxiety or some sort of fear, it's okay to feel that. It doesn't mean that you're wrong, that you are doing things incorrectly, or that you don't know what you're doing. It's just fear. It's just showing up in some way. Another tip that I have, and sorry, I have like my notes here. Down. The other one is put your networking hat on, right? So most business owners, we know that networking events, or we've been at networking events, and we kind of know how to do that, right? You kind of put your hat on. I know I'm going to have to socialize for an hour, 30 minutes, and then I'm gone. And you kind of put this face, which is still you, but you prepare yourself for that. I kind of recommend the same thing for Instagram or social media. Think about it, like put it on, like just imagine it like this, like an imaginary networking hat, network with people, and after 30 minutes or 15 minutes, you take it off and you're back to your regular introverted self. Go back, recharge your energy, and then come back when you're ready, and then put the hat back on, and then take it off whenever you want to. You don't have to be showing your face constantly all the time every day. Like that would be too much, honestly, for people too. The other,
Sounds like you're saying like you're in
yeah,
control, basically.
control of anything, yeah, and how you want to show up, because no one can tell you how to run your business the same way no one can tell you to be extroverted when you're not, or to show your face more often, or show your kids or your partner if that doesn't feel comfortable to you. No, that's not like what the definition of get personal means. It varies by person, to be redundant. The other tip that I had was take it one step at a time, and I think I already kind of touched on this, but don't push yourself too hard. Go, like, kind of feel yourself. What do I feel comfortable doing? What do I feel that is not going to overwhelm me too much right now, that I can do, that could take me a step further, or that I can connect with people? As an example, I had a client last week. We did a strategy session a few weeks ago, and she has a jewelry brand. And I told her, hey, you should start showing your face a little bit more, because your profile is great, your imagery is amazing, the type of content that you're putting out there is amazing, but people don't know who they're buying from. So one day, and I told her, batch everything if you can. If having to record things every day sounds too much, then take one day for like 20 minutes, get ready, whatever feels good to you, get dressed, and then record everything during that time. She did. She recorded some stories. She recorded a few reels as well. She posted the stories. I swear it was just like 10, 15 seconds of her just saying, hi, I'm the owner of so-and-so business. I want to show my face more. I want you guys to get to know me a little bit better. Instant booked, 2 people purchased some of her earrings.
Wow.
It's just the power of connecting with other people. And she didn't even say anything about herself. She just showed her face and said, hi, this is me. This is my name. That's it. I want to connect with you more. This is what I'm wearing. She did like this, kind of featured the earrings and the necklaces, and that was it. And she got 2 sales instantly, instant booked. So it kind of depends on you and how comfortable you feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other tip that I had is push yourself out of your comfort zone. So while, yeah, you have to feel yourself and feel, go within and figure out what feels good to you, it's also important to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, because sometimes we make excuses for ourselves of, oh, well, I'm not comfortable, then I'm just not going to do it, right? Nothing good comes out of being in our full comfort zone. We have to get out of it a little bit. So maybe talking doesn't feel good to you, then, like I said earlier, like, start with a picture, start with a boomerang, start with behind the scenes of something when you're not showing your face. Kind of like push yourself slowly but surely, and eventually you'll find your groove and what feels good to you, what you're comfortable doing, and what you're not comfortable doing or showing up. One of my last tips would be authentic. A lot of times when we're on social media, and I see this myself as a social media manager, so we compare ourselves a lot to other people, right? This person started at the same time as me, but look, they have more followers. Look, they're making more money than me. Oh my God, they're showing their face more often, whatever that might be, right? And we kind of want to be like certain people, and that's okay to have some sort of benchmark of where you want to be, or people that inspire you. But being authentic in who you are, whether it's being introverted, whether it's not liking coffee, or liking coffee, or liking to travel, or being a mom, whatever that looks like for you, that's what's going to connect you to other people. That is your secret sauce. There's no one out there in the world like you. How many social media managers do you probably know, follow, are in your community, have met throughout your life? Probably a lot, because there's a lot of us out there, but there's no one like me. There's no one with my personality. There's no one with my background. There's no one with my why I handle my business and how I show up for my clients. That's what makes me different. That is what sets me apart, and will set anyone apart on social media. People will remember you for who you are, your personality, your little quirks, the things, that make them laugh. If you're a funny person, you don't have to be. You don't have to be animated. You don't have to be any of the things. Just be authentically you. If you're bubbly, then act bubbly. If you're not bubbly, then don't act bubbly. Those people that like the type of people that you are, or the type of person that you are, will gravitate towards you. The rest of the people will not. But that's what you want, right? You want a community of people that like you, accept you, and want to be around and engage with you for who you are, not because of just your product or your service. And the last one, this is my last tip, is focusing on quality over quantity. There's a lot of misconception out there of like showing up 7 days a week and showing like 4 or 5 reels a week and all this stuff. And I always say no, absolutely not. Like quality over quantity, because not only in the marketing sense, it's going to actually, what's the word, fatigue your audience. If you show up every single day, your audience is going to get fatigued, and eventually nothing's going to happen from it. Like you're not going to get results is what I'm trying to say. But also it's better for us. We're business owners. We're not like machines and like content creator machines, right? Mm-hmm. So social media is just a tool for us to get more clients, to grow a community, and kind of grow our business through it. And I always say, find what feels good to you. Again, can you only, based on your schedule, does it only feel good to you to post twice a week? Then just do that. But then do it every single week and be consistent with that. Post at the same day, at the same time, every single week, and just create content that has quality, that people can respond to, that's engaging, where you're asking people questions so that they can respond. Otherwise, it's just a filler post where it's not really going to resonate with anyone because there's no purpose. You're just trying to check a box. But I've been talking for a long time. That's it.
You have given some great pointers there, and I'm just sort of trying to synthesize all of that. And I think what I'm pulling out of that is that what you're saying, especially, as it relates to somebody who feels like, that struggle to put yourself out there and do these posts, and it feels like a whole, big thing that you keep pushing off of your to-do list. Right. You're asking us to really simplify, figure out what is that first baby step that you to take an action and get started, and then start to build some momentum from that, but building momentum in a way that really speaks to you, not momentum that is, contrived because you're trying to follow someone else's system. And there are a lot of systems out there, a lot of people, saying this is the way to do it. And that's really confusing on which one should I pick? Am I not doing enough? All of these things. And what you're telling us is really like, make it you. So start really small. And then once you build in that habit, like basically you need some type of a system so that this becomes a habit that you become more and more and more comfortable with. Right. And the more you practice it, the more you are going to start expressing who you are, and the less you're going to feel like you're doing something false, fake, or, pre-prescribed or something.
Like, so. Yeah. And the thing is, what was I going to say? I forgot. The whole point of it is social media. Yes, it is for other people, for you to showcase what you do, but it's also about yourself, right? Because when you show up stressed out, like, oh my God, I have to, like, I haven't yet today, haven't posted anything. That's not the right energy. I'm a very woo-woo person, but like, everything in the world is energy, right? And other people feed off of it, whether you're conscious of it or not. If someone else is anxious around you, you usually can tell, whether it's by their demeanor or something that's going on, right? So whether it's subconscious or conscious, people are going to, when you show up in a way that doesn't feel good to you, people are going to feel that. So you really don't even see the results either, because you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel confident when you're showing up. It just is like a to-do list, something you have to check off. And then it's just counterintuitive. But if you find the pace that feels good to you and you start building the habit, you'll start feeling more confident, and then everyone else is going to notice that. And you're going to get more results from it, because just naturally you feel better and everyone can tell that you're actually enjoying yourself.
Yeah. And I loved your point there, or example about the client, that basically, like, it's okay to come on social media and say, hey, I'm testing this out. I feel really weird, but I'm just doing my first reel, or I'm just doing my first live, or whatever it is, because that means that you're really being yourself, and people are going to connect with that more than you trying to emulate, a professional broadcaster or something. So, yeah.
A lot of times that I've shared those, either things that I'm afraid of or struggles that I'm going through in business or in life, literally is when I get the most interaction from my community, because that's the reality of being a human. It's not all, on social media, we only see a percentage of people's lives, and most of it is like the good side, what they show us, right? So when you kind of are authentic and you share as far as, you know, everyone's comfortable, oh my God, I can't say it, but a comfort level with showing up, you know, what your struggles are, will depend on in each person. However, even if it's just a little bit that you share, and it could be like I shared once, I don't like coffee. People remember me because I don't like coffee, and it just started conversations. So it's the little things that make you a human that people are going to connect with more. The business is still there, absolutely. You still share your services, your products, talk about that, but what people are going to remember is what makes you you. That's what's going to make them connect more with you and want to interact with you more.
Mm-hmm. Great advice, really great advice. And I think it's nice to just hear that we can simplify it and we don't have to overcomplicate it. And it doesn't have to be something, you know, we don't even have to have a Canva image or anything. Like, we don't have to create really anything. We just have to be willing to take that first step and go. So thank you so much for sharing all of these tips with us today. And I know that you offer consultations and things like that for people if they want, you know, just a quick consult with you, or you offer the full shebang of really helping them put together their systems and create that plan. Is there, so your handle is at Maria Oliva social?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Any other way you want them to contact you?
No. The best way is through my profile. All the links are there. There are also like free resources. So I've been in a few different podcasts as well, a few different topics. So if you just want to take a listen, you like podcasts and you want some free advice, you can look at that in the link in my bio. My services start from $200 up to $1,800 a month. So there's a variety of services from like just helping with hashtags and your bio, getting your profile optimized, to strategy sessions, pick my brain sessions, or if you're like, Maria, I just want someone else to handle it, then I could just take it over for you. But all of that information is found in the link in my bio at Maria Oliva Social.
Wonderful. Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom today. And I know people got a lot out of this, and it's great that it's recorded so they can go back and review those tips again, and reach out to you for some more detailed support. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I can't wait for our next live.
Yes, we're going to do that at the end of June, everyone. So look for me over on Maria's channel on June 28th.
Yes, I'm excited. I'll be sharing that in the next few weeks.
Great. Great.
Well, thank you.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.